everyone, it's Mr. Hollywood, and today I'm going to be ranking the Star Wars movies. Or am I? No, I have a special guest, my father. And can you confirm that you are my father?
In fact, I am. I am Darth Hollywood, the dark side of the Hollywood family. And my offspring here has used his powers of persuasion to convince me to rank my favorite Star Wars films. So, without further ado, this is the ranking of Darth Hollywood's least favorite to favorite Star Wars films. First of all, let me be clear. There's no such thing as a bad Star Wars movie in theory. Practice, there's a few. But in theory, I would still always want to watch these over any number of films that are quote-unquote better. Because with Star Wars, and our dog agrees, it's not just about the movie itself. It's about the experience. It's about being part of this world, the worlds that Lucas created all those years ago. That all being said, some of them, not so great. Bottom of the list, Phantom Menace. When the opening title call is about taxes and the Trade Federation, you know you're in for trouble, and, well, the movie doesn't disappoint. Lots of troubling moments. Next, after that, I had a hard one with this one, but I'm putting Rise of Skywalker as my second least favorite, just to get that reaction, but also, talk about disappointing. Talk about not nailing the landing. Well, I could say many negative things, but I'm a positive guy, even though my first name is Darth. Third least favorite, Attack of the Clones, which does feature, of course, Yoda finally getting around to kicking some backside, but it also has the worst romantic writing that has maybe ever been captured on film. I don't like sand, it's coarse. Yeah, well, the dialogue is coarse, too. Number 4, and this is the ones where we're sort of like, kind of like this. Solo. I see what they're trying to do. They tried. Solo's a great character, maybe my favorite character ever. And yet, well, good actors, but none of them are Han Solo, none of them are Harrison Ford. Although I will say, if you tell me there's going to be a Lando starring Donald Glover, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
All right, now we're getting into stuff where I can safely say I've watched these a lot. I will continue to watch them a lot. And I got a tie here. I'm tying Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. Force Awakens for doing the remarkable thing of rebooting something that was long dormant and making us instantly forget the prequel problems. And then Last Jedi for taking it into bizarre and strange new directions. Daring directions that kind of annoyed a lot of fans, but didn't annoy this fan. And right neck and neck with them, I'll put Revenge of the Sith, which surprised me in that it was like Lucas kind of going back to film school with those prequels, and then suddenly that third one managed to hit a lot of the chords. Was it Operation 666? What was it called?
Order 66.
Order 66. Well,
yeah.
That scene was pretty amazing. It was horrifying. It was incredible. It was dramatic. As was a lot of the moments in Revenge of the Sith.
Now, Darth Hollywood.
Yes, sir.
If you had to rank those three in order, which one is the worst of those three and which one's the best of those three?
Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Revenge of the Sith?
From worst to best between those three?
I guess I would say worst would be Sith, then Force Awakens, then Last Jedi. Although I change my opinion on that with every, with every parsec. I change my opinion. Now, on to the ones that are really the classics.
Yeah, the top 4.
Top 4, Return of the Jedi is my 4. Yeah, listen, Ewoks, yeah, they're a little weird. Some of the acting, a little off, but let's be honest. Leia choking out Jabba the Hutt, kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Boba Fett's death, kind of underwhelming, that's okay. But then we get over to what winds up being one of those moments I was telling my son here, Mr. Hollywood, about, which was Darth finally finding his humanity again. A moment that's beautiful and very well earned.
Yeah.
So, this one surprised me a little even as I thought about it, but I am putting ahead of Return of the Jedi, Rogue One. Rogue One managed to do that thing all of us who grew up in the 70s and the 80s. Yes, I am that old. No comments, please. We all thought about that. Hey, wouldn't it be cool to have AT-ATs on the beach?
Yeah.
Well, and all of a sudden, guess what we have? AT-ATs on the Beach. A movie clearly made by people who played with the toys like I did, and they did such a good job. Great cast, and obviously an interesting enough world that it's now given us Andor.
And also, we cannot forget about that final Darth Vader scene.
Oh, and right. One of the best scenes in the history of Star Wars.
Yeah.
All right, so the top two. Well, number 2 for me would be the one that started all, Star Wars New Hope. A movie I've seen more times than I can count, using all my fingers and toes combined, and I'm sure I'll watch it another 25 some odd times in the next 25 years. You can never go wrong with watching it. It is beautiful storytelling, remarkable what he pulled off.
Yeah.
As a little kid seeing that in the theater, I don't know, it made me believe in creating things in faraway galaxies.
Yeah.
And then last, not least, of course, but most, Empire Strikes Back. Yes, everyone who looks like me, with the beard and the ironic Womp Rat shirt, would probably say Empire. So I hate to be the cliche, but let's be honest. It goes dark, it goes bold, it's the best acting of all of them. It has some of the greatest moments, and truly the best scene of all of them, which is when Han Solo gets frozen. So, as far as emotional impact, you can't beat that. So, that's my list. Darth Hollywood has spoken. You're welcome to disagree with me. You can disagree with me,
yeah.
But I don't know who you are. So you disagree with me. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care.
His ranking is way different from mine, and my Star Wars ranking
Takes after his mom.
My Star Wars ranking to this day is still the highest viewed video, and that is why I want this guy to rank the Star Wars movies. And later this year, I'm very excited for Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny, and I'm gonna do like a fantasy and adventure ranking. I'm gonna try to rewatch it, and I have a 100 subscribers special coming in a few weeks, and I cannot wait for you guys to see it.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to an old man rattle on about Star Wars. I'm Darth Hollywood.
Followed by Mr. Hollywood.
And what's your sign off, boy?
May the Force be with you.
Always.